this is the formula that has worked for me and proven true for me. Results may not necessarily be applicable to and transferable to everyone, but I had heard, I think on Income School or that the idea of you could earn $1 per month for every view you got in one day. So for example, if you're getting 1,800 views a day consistently, then you would theoretically be making $1,800 a month. And so I latched onto that, like, oh, this can't be that hard. Like, surely if I just do that, I'll be able to get to that point. And so I wanted to see what that would look like, for my particular niche and regarding the KGR specifically. So I'll have to refer to my notes a little bit on this one, but I do pay for some of my content. I've probably written half of it and paid for the other half. And so this ROI calculation is based on paying a $20 for an article. So sometimes I'll pay more than that, but this is just kind of general $20 an article. So if you pay $20 an article right now with my current traffic, I'm getting 2.5 visits per day per KGR article. So I took out all those other articles that I'd published before, and these calculations don't include that. So about 2.5 visits a day per KGR article. On average, I'm earning about $1.50 for each of those views. So it comes out to one article times 2.5 views a day times 1.5 views. And that gives you total for how much you can expect that article to earn for you. So an example of this would be, to put it in practical terms, let's say I order 100 KGR articles at $20 a piece for a total of $2,000. So I'm looking at how quickly am I going to make a return on that investment? Is that really going to pay off? And if so, how quickly is that going to happen? So I've paid $2,000 for these articles. And just for the sake of this, let's forget the Google sandbox. Let's assume they start getting traffic like right away. Your site's not new, your site's not new. Mm-hmm. They're going to start ranking immediately. So each post is receiving 2.5 views a day, earning an average of $1.50 each. That's going to give me on those 100 posts $250 per month just for that batch of 100. So I spent $2,000 total. So after 6 months, I would have earned $1,500 off of those articles. So at 6 months, I haven't quite made back my initial investment, but I'm getting close. And then after 12 months, I will have earned, assuming no growth, static results, they'll earn $3,000 total for the 12-month period. So spend $2,000, end up with your $2,000 back plus $1,000 more. So I get a 50% return on my investment. I've recouped my cost in 4 to 6 months and then ended the year with like a 200% return on my investment. It just kind of depends on how each article performs. But that's just kind of an average. I'm going for the goal of within 6 months, I want to make back my money. And within the next 6 months, so within 12 months, I want to double my money. And so as an investor in the stock market, that's pretty impressive to me that like in 1 year, I could double my money.
Right.
It may take me a couple years to double my money in a good economy. Right. I might not get to that point for like 5 years or something.
Sure.
And so that's actually really impressive because I think people probably are like, oh, I don't want to spend money on content if I don't know it's going to work. My suggestion would be spend a little money on content or a lot of time writing it and prove it. I think the example you use is 10 posts, maybe do 35 or something like that. Something a little bigger because, not all of the KGR terms will end up ranking.
Yep.
Most probably will, but it's not guaranteed. So, experiment with it with kind of a smaller batch. And then once you earn money off of that batch, my recommendation at least would be don't be afraid to pour that money back into scaling your business and paying for content or writing content yourself. But yeah, so from an investment perspective, I actually think it's really very interesting because I'm sure that holds a lot of people back is this, you feel like you're spending money by paying for content. But in reality, after a year, that may allow you to earn. And if Amazon Associates program stays around and Google doesn't penalize you, you're just going to keep accelerating that growth. And so it's going to pay off so much more down the long, in the long run. So
cool.